Hey y'all, what is up? It is your girl Bree, and clearly I'm here without my co-host. He is running a little late, but he is on his way. I want to welcome you to Married AF podcast. Clearly the AF is as fuck because we are married as fuck. But I'm gonna try and keep it clean this first show because there may be some little ones watching. You know, I don't want to be all out here speaking that stuff. So a little background about why the show is named Married AF is because me and my husband, we've been married for going on 9 years. Actually, this weekend, our anniversary is September 4th, and we got married in 2012. So we are happily married, but not perfectly married. Okay. So I want to give a shout out first to the NMC Network, who is holding it down for us and who is graciously hosting the Married AF podcast. To all my brothers and my sister that is on here, thank you guys so much. Facts. FTK. Yes. So listen, I'm going to start off with giving you a little background of myself, and then hopefully my co-host will show up clearly. So my name is Shabri, Ned, obviously. I am a art teacher as well as a parent liaison for a elementary school. I have a background in education as well as phlebotomy, so I can teach children as well as draw blood. I do it all. I'm a trick of all trades. I also have two other businesses. The first business is called It Works. We sell health and wellness products to better your life. And I have a business of my own. It is called No to the Same Creations, or No to the Same Designs. I do wine glasses. I do wine bottles. I do liquor bottles. I do regular bottles. I do glasses. I do wood. I do whatever you want. So if you need anything special for a special occasion, hit me up. I am 35. I'm a mother of 4. Jesus. So we will get into kids and marriage on another show. But I have a 16-year-old who is a sophomore at Rogers. I have a 8-year-old and a 6-year-old who are both a second and first grader. And then I have a 4-year-old who thinks she is grown. Okay, she is 4 going on 22. And yeah, so that sums up the whole gist of our family. Now, let's talk about how you can view us first. One, you can view us on the NMC Network, as well as, okay, all right, Rams, I'm not a Ram. I'm a Bulldog, but my son is a Ram, so I gotta, okay, Rams, okay. But you can view us on the NMC Network, as well as Facebook, as well as Twitter, and on IG. Like, all these networks, you guys can link up with us if you got questions, if you want to talk about anything, if you got anything on your mind, holler at us on all of these networks. Also, we are one of many. So there are other shows that if you are not interested in this one, which I hope you will be, there are shows about sports, there are shows about culture, there are shows about just life in general. So, do what you do and just keep coming back. Every day of the week, we got something for y'all. So, as you can see, I'm stalling for time. Very much so. But a gist of the gist. Being married to my husband for almost 9 years has been amazing. It has not come without its challenges, which we will discuss when he comes in. And it's simple, but it's complicated at the same time. We take life day by day, and that is how we figure out how to manage our marriage. You cannot plan for the future. You can visualize what you want your future to be, but other than that, there is nothing that you gonna say you will do that may not go around the corner, up the street, down the block, come back, knock on a few doors, and then you get where you want to be. So I and my husband decided that we wanted to actually do a podcast where we talk about being a millennial and married, because we a different breed of people. Like, we ain't Gen Z, we ain't Gen X, and we ain't the baby boomers, and we just ain't that. We were raised by some strong people. Yes, marriage is a full time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a full-time job. And listen, if I was getting paid, they would have to pay me overtime, because marriage is tricky, but it's good. It is good. It has its moments. It definitely has its ups and downs. And for the most part, we try to make sure that we keep God at the center, and then we keep each other first. Like, yes, we have children. Yes, we have in-laws. I love my in-laws. He loves his in-laws. I love his family. He loves my family. But at the end of the day, the people that are directly in our household is the ones that we have to focus on, because that's just legit what it is. When we got married, it was you taking me, I taking you, and that's just what it was. So in deciding to do this podcast, we kind of flip-flopped a little bit. And let me tell you why. One, we are believers. We are definitely believers. And with us being believers, there are some things that people feel like, as a believer, you should not talk about. There's some kind of languages you may not want to use. It's some content you may not want to present. But at the end of the day, I am human, and my husband is human. And we are going to say things, and we're going to do things, because that's just who we are. Listen, read the Bible. Jesus tore the temple up. Okay? Jesus tore the temple up because they was tripping. So every once in a while, you might hear something that may come off a little side eye or what have you, but it is what it is. We're real people, or we try to be as real as possible to a certain extent. Like, there's times when we gotta put on that work face to keep our job, but we will be real as possible with you, and keep our content as raw, uncut, and real, because that's what people legit are looking for. So, with that being said, us being married for 9 years, us having four children, us being one, we take it very seriously about being married and just about different subjects that we have to discuss. Like this married thing, period, is a serious subject. A lot of times we find people play around with the being married, and don't get me wrong, if it don't work out for you, I understand. Like I understand. Um, Everybody is not meant to be married. And then there are some people that are married, but they might not be married to the right person. Um, when me and Clarence got married, it was fast, and we'll tell our story when he walks in. But how we got married, how we got together, it was super unconventional. Super. Well, look who's coming in, my co-host. It was super, super, super unconventional, and a lot of people who may have counted us out and may have thought we would not have made it. We are pushing 10 years. So, no. I'm just playing. And look who just popped up. It's my co-host.
What's going on, great people?
I'll just give a little background about our show and why we called it.
Okay.
Married.
I'm catching it back in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's late.
Yeah.
Had to do dad duties and stuff. But that's the part of being married.
Right. Running late. Married as hell. I knew I was in trouble. I'm like, it's 7 o'clock. Ooh.
Yeah. Text him like, you're late.
I'm texting every stop sign. I am 2 minutes away. I'm 3 minutes away. Shit, I'm 4 minutes away. So I was pushing it.
Okay, so I was telling the people how long we've been married. We've been married for almost 9 years. Our 9-year anniversary will be on next Saturday.
Yeah. 9. Long.
Don't do me.
It was very long. It's been a challenge, man. But in all, like she was saying, a lot of people probably did count us out. Hell, I almost counted myself out. You know what I mean? If I be honest. But we here. So that's the plus.
Yes, it is. It is definitely a plus. Like I said, a lot of our meeting wasn't conventional. Well, I mean, the meeting was conventional.
Well, how we met?
How we met was conventional. I mean, yeah. But the surrounding elements of us becoming who we are, was not conventional
at all. Yeah.
Listen.
Period. At all.
At all.
Straight up.
Because of the way we got together, it was listen. On both sides, on my side and on his side, there were things that were literally like, you shouldn't be with him. He shouldn't be with you. You got too much drama on this end. He got too much drama on this end. And it's bad. Like, it was bad. People told us to not date.
It was horrible. It was bad.
People told us to not date. Like,
straight up. Yeah. It was different. I know for me, one of the things I would say, just trying to get it to this mindset of really focusing on just being with one person as a man. All my men out there understand, when you out there and you have options, you're doing you, and then you meet somebody like, man, I think she might be the one, but what I'm saying, still in your head, you have to break habits and bad, decision makings and kick some people to the side, cut some females off. And that's the challenge. Yeah, that part, that is a challenge. So that's one of the things that I would say from my end was the hard part.
And it is very tough to break habits. And on my end, I'm dealing with, relationships. The fact that I have a son who, that is my main priority. And I was dealing with other things that took factors that I really wasn't 100% ready to fully let go, but I knew it was toxic and I had to let it go. When I met Clarence, he kind of the edge that he had kind of made it easier for me to transition. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew that he was for me, was because of how easy the transition was from the life that I had to the life that I wanted. And I think that would be vice versa too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I always tell her, she kind of challenged me. You know, when you find somebody that will challenge you, I mean, you can have, like for me, I have a snappy side. I ain't gonna lie, I have a real bad snappy side. You know what I mean? And I go from zero there. You know what I mean? And so she challenged me in that area. She kind of challenged me to look at life in a different perspective. Mm-hmm. You know, she like, you can't do this, can't do that. You should try it like this. So for me, it was the challenge. You know, don't nobody want somebody that's going to be with them. But okay, no, I need somebody that's going to challenge me and keep me growing and keep me, you know, elevating my mindset. Because if I can't grow with you, then we wasting time. Mm-hmm. And we wasn't even married at the time.
He crazy, y'all. Let me tell y'all.
Here we go.
Listen, before we got married, yes, you have to have a spouse that challenge you. Do. Like, listen, before we got married, before we had our daughter, it was hard because I was not used to an attitude as big as Clarence's. And a lot of people, they used to be like, is he beating you? I was like, no, he ain't nothing wrong with him. He just, he just blew up a little bit. But it was from hurt. Like, it was legit just from him being hurt and not trusting. And, I get it. Yes, I'm crazy to a certain extent. But he crazy.
I'm not crazy. I have my moments.
He does. Let me tell you, 9 years, it has gotten better. Because the moments are few. And it's only if he's pushed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I have to do it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it is, like I said, 9 years. We have learned to be a cohesive unit. But it took work. Because, let me tell you, let's do the rundown. We met in September of 2011. We started dating in February of 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we got engaged in May of 2012, got married in September of 2012, and became pregnant with our first child in late October, early November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like vroom. It was just no breaks, man. No breaks.
Yeah.
So it happened quick.
Fast.
But like most people say, when you know as a man, you know. It's just something, it's a feeling that you can't really explain. But it's just you gotta go with it. I went to my mom, like, yo, Ma. I went to my sister, like, yo.
Yeah, pretty fast.
I think this is the one. I think I'm gonna do this. And was I nervous? Yes, I was. So super nervous. She made me propose twice, y'all.
Listen!
Twice. Now I already was going through it. She made me do it over. The first time was it. Like,
wait, I didn't rush. I promise you, I did not rush him. It was the bully. Damn, it probably had something to do with it. I guarantee you it had just a little bit.
Whatever. Time out.
Just a little bit. Yes. So, no, but listen, I didn't rush him. I didn't even as you can tell, it's kids in the background. Yeah. So I didn't rush him. You tell her.
I wasn't rushed at all. I think it was more of I was trying to pull her in a little bit. She was trying to move into my apartment, y'all. Let me just say it. She was moving all her stuff in, leaving her brush, her comb, her shoes, her smell goods, and myself said, all right, I'm gonna give you a key. You know what I mean? And once I gave her a key, she'd just walk in when I'm asleep. So once I got to that space with her, where I could kind of open up a little bit. I never wanted her to be on the outside trying to get in. Yeah, that's man. She was leaving her stuff, bro. And I'm just like, okay, what we doing here? Then when we get into it, I'm like, give me my key back. And then she just changed her mind.
Give your key back.
Yeah, give my key back. We ain't about to go through this. You can just give my stuff and go home. You know what I mean? But we kind of we worked the kinks out. You know what I mean? So yeah, it wasn't no rush. But it felt like it. I always tell her, we can do it over. Will we do it? What you say?
Okay, so if we could do over, like we want like
if we do it,
timeline?
do it all over. Again.
I would do it, and the reason why I would do it is because Clarence is a amazing man. Now, when we met, he was a little rough. He was a little rough. I know. Didn't he? Daniel? He just boom, like yeah. It was rough, but it was worth it. One, because I know, you can see the potential in somebody. Like, y'all ever just looked at a person and be like, you know what, they look like they can do something with their life. He looked at like it was definitely something there that I saw in him, and vice versa, what he saw in me. No, I wouldn't do it over because I wouldn't ask to do over, because the way we got together was the way it was supposed to happen. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. The way it happened, it happened. It was interesting, man.
Yeah. It was, yeah. We definitely, listen, we will get into that story on another show. Y'all gotta come back for that story. but no. So yeah, no do-overs. We legit had to go through what we went through at the beginning stages of our relationship, I think, to get where we are now.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, like I said, man, I learned not to argue with her. I always tell her, dude, I can't argue with you. And I do. I tell her this. I can't argue with you, man, because it go from arguing, step outside. I straight forget, step outside, man. We got to talk. Me and you got to talk nose to nose. And I just
and y'all know I'm short, so that's just, he be cheating. Like, I'm little out here. I'm taking out kneecaps. You ain't about to fight me, okay?
I'm not fighting you.
I'm taking your kneecaps out. But listen, the arguing is, there are buttons in marriages that
I agree.
We as spouses know, and we push on purpose sometimes. Just because we know that it's going to irritate the other person.
Yeah, that's not cool. Like, I'm telling you, like, me running behind y'all, I just knew all hell was about to break loose. Irritating. So I'm driving fast to get here because that was a trigger. When she say, don't be gone all day, and I'm like, bet, I won't. I promise. And so I'm driving as fast. I'm telling my mom, like, I gotta go. She's like, why you rushing? I'm like, I can't explain it, but I gotta go.
Hold up. Danielle said, I don't do that. Girl, you lie. Man.
You're rushing.
Lying, yes.
So that was
I had talked to him. We had talked earlier this morning, and I'm like, man, whatever you do, we cannot be late. We gotta go live at 7:00. Live at 7. And he like, okay. And then he had to go do something for mom. And I was like, babe, okay, don't be late.
It wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. But this is the whole just of being married. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to tell you, when you in this thing, you in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here now. So like you said, no doors, no. I ain't doing it over. Mm-hmm. I'm here now. It'd be days sometimes I sit and I think, I'll be like, damn, I'm really here. I'm really here.
I know married. Sometimes he roll over like, for real, you still here? Yeah, I'm still here.
Well, I'll be surprised sometimes just because you always calling me crazy or a nutcase or all this other stuff. And I'm just like,
But I'm crazy too.
Yeah, she had more moments than me.
Now.
She can't throw a whole fit, y'all. I mean, slamming doors in the whole nine. And I'll just be sitting there like, what the hell is this? And if I do it, she calling her daddy. She calling the cops. Like, look, let me tell you. So I
ain't gonna call the cops. You trying to make it seem like I'm a snitch out here. I ain't gonna call the people. I don't want him to catch no case.
Yeah, I'm stuck now.
I don't want him to catch no case.
3 kids in.
I know, right? Dang. Extra stuff.
3.
You ain't going nowhere. That's why we married as fuck.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere either.
I know, right? I'm stuck.
Even if we break up, you still my girl.
See? Crazy. Y'all hear that? He crazy.
She at the movies. I'm there too. Hey. She at dinner shit. I'm sliding in. What we doing? Who is this? Straight up. I'm trying to tell you.
But no, so listen. Like I said, we are going to be super honest. Y'all got questions in the chats on whatever live platform you are seeing this on. Please ask. No holds barred. Like, listen, we want to answer your questions as truthful as possible. And as real as possible. Because I know. So a week ago, when I had my initial meeting with Marcel, Danielle was like, well, they're church people, you know, and we don't know how real we might get. So let's address that.
With the church?
Yes.
Oh. Well, okay.
So
how you going first?
Okay, so listen. Being married, the Bible says that the marriage bed is undefiled. That's what the Bible says. So in my head, I feel like my words that I speak about marriage is undefiled too. Now I may be wrong.
No, keep going.
I may be wrong. But I just feel like being truthful about what you go through in a marriage and the ups and downs of being young and married is one thing that we as millennials were taught against, because being in church younger, talking about anything that wasn't related to Jesus was a sin. It was unlawful. It was taboo. Yeah. So like legit, what I saw of marriage is not what marriage is. I saw a pretty picture. I saw a wife doing this for her husband, a husband doing this for a wife. That's what I saw. The husband going to work, the wife cooking, taking care of the kids. Let me tell you, that's not modern marriage. Which is this new age marriage. It is not the times that we live in. Like, honestly, it's not. Like, there are, some stay-at-home moms that the husband goes out, he provides, he does all this, mom stays home, take care of the kids, cook, clean, and then, takes care of her husband. But there are also stay-at-home dads that cook, clean, and the wife is out making money. But that's the time we live in. So as a child, I only seen one side, but I also didn't hear that marriage is hard. Sometimes you might not like him. Sometimes what you cook, he may not want to eat. Sometimes he may not want to come home. You might not want to come home. Sometimes the kids is going to get on your nerves, and then you going to take it out on him. He going to take it out on you. Like, I didn't know all this.
Right. Yeah. Nobody teach that part, Even if we talk about church, I would tell every couple, you wanna have a prayer life with your spouse. Like, you ain't gotta go to church every Sunday to do that. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I would share with everybody. You need to pray together some way, somehow. It don't have to be super deep, super long, but really open that channel, because there is a lot of things that I know me and her want, but we have to, get in divine order with God for some things to unfold. Just like she was saying, I never seen it either. You know what I mean? I never really seen problem solving. So most of the time when as we are married, you know what I mean, we get in ruts and we ready to, it's over with. We calling our bros like, hey, man, I gotta sleep on the couch. I can't deal with this, you know what I mean? Or they never taught us how to deal with it. And so, you know, just being young and married, you really learn that you gotta talk it out. It might not happen right away, but you gotta figure out what works for your home, what works for you and your wife, and vice versa. So that's something that I would really say when it comes to the faith part. Keep God first, man, and you'll really see some great things unfold.
Okay, but address the fact of us, talking real.
What?
Even though we love Jesus.
Oh, I mean, talking real, yeah. So, yeah. This part, you know what I mean? Like right now, church, we go every now and then, but if we talking real and transparent, we go. But church will blind you too. Church will have you jacked all up. I ain't gonna front to you. So, you know, you'll go to church and give all your money to the pastor or the church, yeah? But then you're trying to figure out how you gonna take care of home. Mm-hmm. No, take care of your house first.
Right.
You know what I mean? That part. Right. What else? Well, how far are we going with this?
So basically,
how far are we going? You know, I gotta put my brakes on.
Wait, so basically in a nutshell, yes. Okay. What? My parents didn't argue in front of you? I can't see it. Lady is never wrong. Okay. Anyways. So yes. What? The kids eat last. See, okay, so let's address that right quick. Hold on, wait.
The kids eat last.
So I make, okay, this is what I do, okay? And I know it's FTK, Marcel. I know it. I know it's FTK. I know it. I fix everybody plate at the same time. Right? So whoever come and grab their plate, they just grab their plate. They just grab their plate. But I hand my husband his. So technically, he getting his plate from me first, you know?
Yeah. That's how. Until our son, you know, until the oldest is here. And then he get the plate first, and I'll be ready to knock the plate out his head. No. But I can't do that because that'd be rude. Man, I pay the bills right
No,
here.
He don't. You know what I mean? No, he don't, y'all. No, he don't. I make his plate and Kenny's plate at the same time. I told you I make plates at the same time just for this reason right here. It all
depends on the mood you in.
Right, because if he didn't irritate me, you can make your own damn plate.
But see, my thing is, I can do that.
Yeah, he can.
I tell her all the time, I got this.
Right.
And she be like, she just look at me like I'm crazy, but I don't want to get into a routine and then it change on me.
Right.
You know?
But it doesn't really change. Because even though I'm mad, I still make his plate.
Well, thank God you ain't been that upset.
Ain't gonna eat nothing.
He's starving. Starving like, man. Let me tell you, when she went out of town, man, I feel like I went back. I went back to the single days. I wasn't hardly eating. I was up all night. I'm like, why am I up? She wasn't even here. When she here, man, she cooking buffet, so I gotta kind of stay in the gym.
I don't cook buffets. Man, I cook She's a cooker. Food. Yeah, I do. I love cooking, but it's hard because children are picky. So you know, you gotta cook stuff in kind of different quantities. So that's not cooking buffets, but. Back to you jumped from.
Okay, what were we talking about now?
Okay, so the thing I was saying was just because we're Christians, it doesn't mean that we can't be real with what comes out of our mouth.
Exactly. I learned that. We learned that this year? 2 minutes out of it.
Facts. Yeah. We did. We learned that this year.
Yeah, we learned that. You know, it's cool to be transparent and open. Because I believe that's what connects with people anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, all the watered down pretending crap, it don't really do too much for people. People really want to see like what's going on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, even though we love God and believe in God, we go through some real stuff, and we really be working through some real stuff. So yeah.
So if you listen, I know there will be some viewers that are in the church. I know that. I do. I know that. And I respect how you may feel. I do. Right? We respect it. But if something ratchet comes out my mouth, judge your mammy. Okay?
Judge your mammy.
Because I have held my tongue for far too many years. I've been passive for far too many years. We've been passive for far too many years. And at the end of the day, like he said, sometimes people got to hear real stuff coming out of your mouth. Not to sugarcoat it. Because everything ain't sugarcoated, especially being married. Listen, exactly. Sometimes you got to take a spoonful of salt or vinegar. Or what's that stuff called?
What?
The nasty medicine that they used to make you take.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it was. Yes.
Don't judge me. Yeah.
Yes, judge your mammy.
A hashtag.
Facts. Okay.
Verse 77. Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Facts. Yes.
You hear some real stuff. Well, everybody already know. So from the church, they already know. I do this at church anyway.
Right, but just for
the church people.
For the church people.
Call my phone. Don't post nothing stupid because I come see you. No, I'm just.
He ain't playing. He ain't playing.
Just playing. You know what I mean? Like she said, don't judge me.
Judge your mammy. Judge your mammy. Yes, please judge her. Ooh, judge her, because I ain't. So yeah, so that addresses that. Yeah. So we will definitely talk about God because God is the center of our marriage. Let me tell you, He is the one that put us together. I can tell you that. He is definitely the one.
I would have never met you.
I know, right? Like,
yeah, I would have never met you straight up.
But the crazy part about it is the people that I know and the people that he know each other. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I never knew you. That's the crazy part. I never knew you.
We've Yep. And my husband got my back. What's that? What's up? But look, so we literally like if we walk into a place, I can say hey to somebody and he can say hey to that. They know him and me. Or we can walk into a building that I'm affiliated with one set of people and it's another set of people that's there that knows them, that knows him. Like, but our paths never crossed literally until 2011.
Yeah, that's different. All these people, I kind of know them too. Just never saw you.
Right. It wasn't time. It wasn't. Yeah, it was not.
Probably was not time
meant to be because if I would have met Clarence 19.
Yeah.
It
probably wouldn't
have been.
That was a little rough. Yeah, I was a little bit different.
Yeah, right. Because Sal know everybody in Toledo. Sal know everybody.
I see.
In Toledo,
the whole city.
The whole city.
I'm like, hold on, this dude come to the city and bring everybody together. I'm like, okay, then.
But that's dope. It's dope. Like I said, it's dope. To actually have friends that are married and that are happy and actually are honest with if they don't like their spouse today, it's okay. They ain't going nowhere. Y'all stuck like us. Stuck. So, it's always good to have other married friends. So, yes. So, literally, that is what our show, what you see now is basically what you're going to see for every episode. Like, legit. Hopefully, we can be as real as you, not as real as you want. We're gonna be as real as we want because
gonna be real, honest, just transparent.
Yeah.
I think that'd be healthy, definitely in this time,
right?
Because we got some people that's married that's younger than us, and they need this.
Listen,
straight up.
Listen, those are I don't know if it's in the water or the chicken. Or just the quarantine, but people have been getting engaged left and right. When I say it's been literally wedding season, it has been wedding season. It's been wedding season. It's been engagement season, all that. And my fear is just being married for 9 years. My fear is that people are going to that first year marriage will definitely test you.
Yeah.
To the point of, why in the hell did I say yes to this man? Like, it's just crazy how hard that first year marriage is. Like, a lot of people say, oh, you're in your honeymoon stage. I think me and Clarence had our honeymoon stage pre-marriage.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
Well, like, we were like inseparable. Wherever he was, I was. I couldn't go without touching him. He couldn't go without touching me. It was googly eyes all the time, 24/7. Right? We got married and got pregnant.
Yeah. And it was just over.
And it was just like
straight over.
Did I do the right thing? Are you sure? Am I sure? But because I was pregnant and it was the booty. Shut up. It was definitely, let me be 100% honest. Let's be 100% honest. Cyree Noel legit kept us, I guess, stuck for that first year.
Grounded.
Stupid. I think she legit gave us a reason to make it work.
Yeah.
And I know people say, don't stay for the kids, don't stay for the kids.
What are you going to see them stand for?
Right. But
she's how we rubbing the booty.
You might. Why is you telling the big? Why you gotta be?
Yeah, I used to do that a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, you don't do it no more?
I mean, I do it, but I learned. See, I learned because she used to get mad. Because I used to just I ain't give a damn where we was at.
In the middle of the mall, just full hand, just. Yeah, but back to what we were saying. So listen, Cyree legit held us in place for that first year and a half. And I know people, like I said, say don't stay for the kids. If it's not working, move on. I understand that. And facts, that is right. You are right. He just looked at me and it's boom. 3 kids later. Okay. But I love her. Okay. Cyree changed a lot of relationships for us. Just like me and my mom. It made me and Clarence look at each other a little bit deeper than what we were looking, because originally it was definitely superficial. Like, of course, you see he's sexy. I don't look too bad myself, but just moving past all of that, even though we had talks, like don't get me wrong, we had some real talks before we got married, and we dealt with some real issues before we got married. But once we got married and then literally had Cyree right after, it became almost DEFCON in our household, because I was brought up in a single parent household. And even though, well, you were too. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
I did not want that for my kids. Like, I didn't want that for my children.
To break the cycle.
And exactly, like, I didn't. There are generational curses. There are generational curses, and as legit as a woman, and as a Black woman at that, there were generational curses in my family that I didn't think I was going to be. I didn't want to step into that lineage, basically. So, mind you, I had my son at 18, which was a generational curse. And am I proud of it? Yes, because I wouldn't be the woman that I am today without my firstborn. But there were other generational curses that I would not. I refuse to let stand in my way, okay, or to be brought down to my children. So us being married, and just because we were having issues, like arguing and not getting along, that wasn't about to stop me. Because I saw like my mom married and then divorced. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. I didn't want that. I didn't want the arguing. I didn't want the disdain. I didn't want none of that. You know? Didn't want none of that at all on my end.
Yeah, I mean, you got to change it. That's what I saw a lot. So marriage for me, I didn't even want to be married at first, just because of what I saw. Man, I'm like, y'all crazy. Like, how y'all do this? And so I'm saying, like, you're not. I just at first I just had this thing about marriage where it was a blockage. Like, no. Then my mom she'd say, hey, don't base it off of what you see. You know what I mean? So breaking cycles and all that stuff, I was definitely in for the roller coaster. So most definitely, I agree.
Yeah, and it's definitely a roller coaster. Listen, marriage ain't easy. I know we said that probably
at all. It's not easy at all. But
dang, you ain't got to emphasize the at all part.
I mean, it have seasons. It have seasons. It really have seasons. You have your up and down seasons. You have your stale moments. Yes. And all of that.
You do. And the best part of being married is, even though you like physically have that physical paper that says, okay, I am tied to this person and this person is tied to me, being married is always a choice. So every day when you wake up and you roll over and you look at that person drooling on the pillow next to you, you choose to whether you are going to work on it that day. And I ain't gonna lie, some days when you wake up and it don't even be the person, it just be you. And you just like, I don't want to work on nothing but getting out the bed this morning. And sometimes that can affect your day with your spouse. But again, that's legit a part of being married. Like it definitely is. Marriage comes with good and bad.
Yeah. Straight. Yeah, good, bad,
sad, ugly.
Yeah, and then another big part, you know what I'm saying, the emotional side of some things. I was never big on that. So why don't you do this and why don't you do that? Can you show me your emotions? And I'm like, I thought I was. I don't really. Well, now I got to the place where she need to see it. Honestly, who else you gonna share with? Like, you better let her see something. Because a lot of things will dry up quick. And you'll be sitting there like, hold the hell on. What am I doing wrong here? So, I mean, or it's another level, another connection. And it takes, I guess I would say, it take intimacy to another level, like the mental capacity.
You're giving away all ours.
No, I'm just saying the mental, intimate, the conversation, that.
Okay.
Yeah. That part, that connection,
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, like, you can't be giving away the other parts of it. Like, that part. How do people come back? That gotta come
That's
back.
it. What?
Yes, we need to cry. Yes, we need to cuddle. Yes, yes. Like, let me put my cold feet under your warm leg. Let me do that. Listen, because my feet be cold sometimes.
Freezing. You don't get your feet off me?
Don't be acting for the people.
I'm not saying
you let me put your feet.
That's cool.
He let me put my feet on him, but vice versa, don't put your feet on him.
It's selfish. That's rude. If I'm cold, I can't put my feet on you, but you can put your feet on me. What is going on?
You a man, you can take it better than I can. I can't.
I just put socks on. I just wear socks. Just don't ask me why I'm wearing socks. I cover up.
That is facts. Yes. So that is what being married as a nanny is. And listen, even being married, if you can't laugh with your spouse, cry with your spouse, argue with your spouse, make up with your spouse, talk about people with your spouse, why is you married? Because y'all is boring. I'm just playing. But no, seriously. Being married as a millennial, it actually is an advantage. One, because like I said, we've seen our mamas and our grandmamas and our granddaddies and our dads go through marriage, and we've seen legit the ups and downs of, you know, non-communication, the non-intimate side, the non-touching, like none of that. We've seen all that. But then we, on the other end, us being smack dab in the middle, we see these Gen Zs and these Gen Xs, and we see how quick they can get married and how quick they can get divorced, or how quick they can fall in love and how quick they can fall out of love. Out of love. Like, it's scary, but it's also, I think, beneficial, being smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, you see a lot. Like, you could, it's just so much that you see. What she was saying about people just getting married, but honestly, when you get married, you don't even know what you really doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. When you get married, you're not like, I got the plan. You don't even have a plan.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no blueprint to this.
It's no blueprint. It's like you create your own blueprint.
And you know the funny thing is, it don't matter how long you're with a person. You could be with a person for 10 years. When you decide to marry that person, that's still like that ain't the person you've been with for 10 years. That's a whole new person. Like, the person I met in 2011 was not the person I got married to in 2012. The person I got married to in 2012 was not the person that I had kids with in 2013, 2015, and 2017. It's not. And the person that I got married to in 2012 is not the person that I'm sitting next to. Listen, there has been growth. There has been declines on some things, which is always a plus. You know what I'm saying? Taking some things away as well as building on some things is always a plus in a marriage. He tells me all the time, if you can't, what do I do to make you better? He asks me that all the time. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why do you keep asking me the same question? But it's legit. Like, it's a legit question, because at the end of the day, every year, if you're not growing, if something about you isn't changing in a year, you're stagnant. Like,
yeah.
If my kid was 2 and when she turned 3, she's still in diapers, eating baby food, can't hold down a solid, like, that would be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be something wrong. And that's the same thing with a marriage. Every year you grow. So every year is different.
Yeah.
It presents different challenges. There is things that you go through and your spouse go through that is either going to make or break you. Like, legit. And we've learned that.
Yeah, I agree.
We've learned that in the 9 years that we've been married. So it's, like I said, being married ain't for the weak.
You gotta muster up some strength.
You do.
You gotta have mental toughness.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, you do. You gotta have some mental toughness. Some you just gotta, like, kind of redefine yourself a lot. That part, you know what I mean? Because I'm not who I used to be. She's not who she used to be. But you have to, like, reach inside yourself, man, and say, all right, I'm gonna do this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For men, you know, definitely our physical physique. We gotta. Hey, I know how I used to look and how I used to feel. I gotta get back in the gym.
Right, and just like for us women, listen, hairstyles is listen. I could look like this right now, and then tomorrow look like a whole different person. You got to reinvent yourself. You have to make sure that you keep the spice in your marriage, and not let somebody else bring some other spices, because you don't know where they got some spices from. I'm just saying. Man. I'm just saying.
Bring the spices, huh?
Yeah. No, you don't like spices?
Man, you're not bringing no spices over here. He brings some spices. Hey, what happened to him? I don't even know.
He go crazy because I was talking about spices like.
Yeah, whatever.
Like.
Whatever. I said, be honest.
That is what I was talking about. Crazy.
Like, who was that you talking to?
Who was that you talking to? See, that's, listen, tune into another show. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But listen, guys, it has been dope. And this time has gone by so fast. I am not going to lie. It has not felt like we've been on with you for an hour. like it's almost legit been a whole hour that we've been on with y'all, and that's crazy.
That's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
But it's crazy.
It is.
It is. Especially just talking about just being married. Being married. That's what I'm saying. Being married is legit a very vast and wide open subject that a lot of people only scratch the surface when they talk about it. And we don't want to scratch the surface anymore. So, like, be prepared to just get your shovels. You know what I'm saying? Get your little axe picks and your little lights. Because we about to do some digging in this thing called marriage.
Okay, some digging, huh?
We not going to do no digging?
Sure, we can do some digging.
He about to leave me out here. I'm about to be digging by myself.
Digging. Just make sure you don't dig us something you don't want to dig.
You
know what I mean?
No, see, but that's the dope part about our relationship. You know about me. I know about you. And that's how you keep your marriage cool. Like, that's legit. Like, if there are secrets, me, that's something you don't want stuff to pop out.
Right. That part.
That part.
Secrets.
Oh, you got some secrets?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. You know, had to do a little temperature check. But no, seriously. But no, seriously. We are really going to dive into just different aspects of marriage. So, with that being said, any comments you want to leave for the people?
Like she said, pull your seat up. You know what I mean? Get your coffee, get your Sprite, get your Red Bull, get your liquor, get your cigars, get your weed.
What?
No, not that part. All right, let me bring it in. Hold up. Well, you just really tune in, man. I think we got something good for you guys, special. We're going to really hit some different angles. We really want to just dive into, what it look like being married. Mm-hmm. Like married. All the way married. That part. So just really get ready, man. We about to shine some light on this.
So. Right. And we're going to do it in a manner of a comfortable setting. Like I said, shout out to NMC because you guys are actually giving us a platform. Now, we originally tried to do this a couple times, but having the accountability of our brothers and sisters at NMC is making this a whole lot easier. Like, it definitely is. So I appreciate y'all for, just being open to actually having a show like this on the network.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I guess my last comments is the same as his. Like, pull up your seat, be ready. We're going to talk about some stuff that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but it needs to be talked about, especially us being young and Black and married. So it has been amazing spending this time with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking with him.
Yeah, it was cool actually doing a rundown, talking about some stuff, laughing about it now. So yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah. So all right, guys, we are going to wrap up tonight. Listen, I don't have no mantra. I ain't got no scripture. I don't think we should follow that one with the scripture. I ain't got no motto. We will have one though eventually. Sooner or later, we'll have a motto. But just y'all stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Stay safe out there. And love the person that you're with. Love them unconditionally. Because tomorrow night, I promise y'all. So, I love you.
I love you too.
All right, guys. We are going to bid y'all good night. And we'll see y'all next Monday right here at 7 p.m. And there are also other shows that you can watch during the week that is on the NMC Network that are super dope, super real, super raw, and they are going to keep y'all entertained until y'all come back to us on Monday. So, We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
You did good. Oh, Jesus. That was a lot. See y'all later.
Thank you to all our listeners. Make sure you check out our social media platforms and our website. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with us. Please send us questions or topics that you would like to hear discussed. We'll see you next week. Peace.